Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, I am your host, Maurice Muhammad, your host of Everything Real Estate, COVID 19 versus real estate, a new agent series. Today is December the 20th, and it is 3:05. Today, we have with us our guest, one of the newest agents to the team, to the industry, um, John Parra, um, today, and we're going to talk a little bit about, have a little bit of a real estate conversation with you today. Again, my name is Maurice Muhammad, and I am your host of Everything Real Estate, where we bring you information real estate related. We welcome your questions. We are bring here with an intent to serve the community. Serve and with a service orientated spirit. We're here to bring and allow you to bring any of your questions, any real estate related questions you may have. And it's about you. It's really for the community. We're bringing this series. We have new individuals that's come to the real estate industry so they can share with those that may have a desire or may be interested in getting into real estate, may have a desire or be interested in getting into the real estate business. You can hear from someone who's done it, because I know from experience that when you hear from someone that has been there, or you see someone and you see somebody that's done it and they're in front of you, it makes it a whole lot easier, and it becomes more real to you. So we are on Sundays having the podcast of Everything Real Estate New Agent Series, and that's what we're on. Last week we had a very special guest. The past few weeks we've had guests, and today is no different than that. Next week we have someone else also very special, and it's going to bring some information. So if you have a desire to get into the business, you have any real estate questions, then we welcome them. Put them in the chat, bring it to chats. If you have or know someone that's desirous of just learning information, we're not here to sell you anything. We're here to serve you today with information. Today on today. So Mr. John Parra is new to the business. I've known him for some years now through his brother. So again, this is Everything Real Estate, your real estate information conversation podcast, where we talk everything real estate, and that's what we're here to do today. So nothing more from myself. I want to make you aware, if you're in the market and you are looking to be a first-time home buyer, we do have on the 22nd, this Tuesday coming at 6 p.m. It will be a first-time home buyers workshop. We have confirmed the insurance agent, real estate agent, the inspector, the housing counselor, and the mortgage broker. So you'll be able to ask the experts any question you have. So just wanted to put that out there. And no more from myself. We bring our guests on, and I'd like to present to you Mr. John Parra.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Good, welcome.
Good
Thanks for
afternoon.
joining us, man. Thank you for taking your time out and coming on, and being a part of the show.
Oh man, thank you for having me first and foremost. And it's good to be here. It's good to start getting to know everyone, and everyone's gonna get to know John Parra.
That's what's up. That's what it's about. So, all right, Mr. Parra. Um, so just for starters, you could just tell us who you are. Who is John? Tell us tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? School you attended, and etc. Just a little bit about who you are.
Most definitely. I'm a young man. First and foremost, I'm a young man from Plainfield, New Jersey. I was born in Ecuador, uh, down South America, but been in New Jersey ever since I was 2 years old, where I took my high school. Most of my learning came from Plainfield school system. Then I went to for high school. It was Piscataway High School, and then I attained a criminal justice associate's degree from Berkeley College in Woodbridge. As far as education that goes, but I've always been interested in sales. I started in sales call centers at the age of 18. So that was very competitive in itself, and it definitely prepared me, I guess, to seek further
Mm-hmm.
from just regular sales. And I've done all types of sales, cable, TV, phone, internet,
Mm-hmm.
all type of call center type of things. But now with real estate, what intrigued me is the ability to be able to move the economy and work together with people to ultimately provide a service to the public.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. That's
I'm
a
sorry
little bit
about
about
that.
myself. A little
Mm-hmm.
bit about
Thank you
myself. A
for
little
that.
bit about what I want to do. But
All right.
definitely.
So go
Go ahead.
ahead. So, so you mentioned a couple things. You mentioned, criminal justice. I didn't know you had taken up criminal justice in college, and that you did sales. So you definitely have a background in sales,
It's
which is
not only sales but retention sales at that.
sales retention. So you had
Retention.
the problem, the people that was ready to leave. You had to make them stay. So you had
Yeah,
to find solutions. So all of
and
the
yeah, and ultimately, provide that value for them.
So it's provide that value. So let me ask you this. So that being, how do you think that's going to help your real estate? How do you see you being able to marry that in real estate?
With real estate, you really got to be an open book from what I'm seeing, from what I'm
Mm-hmm.
learning. You have to be able to adapt and
Gotcha.
be able to accept what you cannot change.
Yeah, that's valid.
So
Mm-hmm.
you definitely have to be big on adaptation, people skills, and you know, coming from like I said, I joined sales at call centers at a very young age, 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
To being into sales, introduced into commissions and all that type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
definitely made me into, I guess, who I'm becoming, right?
Gotcha.
And
Yeah,
how to provide that value. You got to be able to deliver value to the customer.
that's powerful. So providing that value and retaining value, that's powerful. Retaining the value. So, um, okay. So what prompted you to get into real estate and why? And we're glad that you're in real estate, by the way. We need you. The
Thank you,
industry
thank you,
needs you. The industry needs you for sure.
thank you. Definitely. I mean, growing up, I had a we had a very close family friend who was in real estate. Uh, Let me just shout her out, Cesarina Calderon. She
Mm,
helped my mother with her real estate processing back in the early 80s and 90s.
mm,
So it was always around. I had cousins also do fix and flips. So they would take me to the construction site. And it was always around me. And then with you yourself, Brother Maurice, when you came into the picture with my twin brother, Willow Wellington.
mhm.
And then, it's always been around. It's always been something that's been a little birdie on my shoulder. And I took the leap and I like where it's going.
Nice. Wellington is his real name? I never knew that all the time. Wellington, that is his real name.
Yeah,
I did.
Wellington Parra. Yep.
Yeah, that's it. That's fine.
Wellington
Will,
Parra.
my man. Will's and
Yep.
that's a I gotta have him come on. And he's not in real estate, but he definitely
Oh, he's definitely
um
going to be a big picture
yeah,
with what we got going on, and everyone needs to definitely stay
he,
tuned.
he didn't know how to cut hair one bit. When he left, he was determined. And now he owns two barbershops,
Three.
right? Three. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
that's uh,
North
that's
Plainfield, Edison, and Califon, New
that's
Jersey.
good. That's good stuff, man.
Yep.
So okay, so what food chain have you chosen? When I say food chain, for those that don't I know John. But when in real estate terms, food chain is going to be whether it's commercial real estate, residential, sale, property management. It's one of the uh, types of real estate business. So, what food chain um, have you chosen? if any?
Definitely, a lot are on the list that I want to get my feet wet
What you
with.
gonna start with? What's the
But
one you want?
I think we're gonna be starting with fix and flips, um, fix and flips, and then I'm more so going to, like I said, providing that value. So home buyers and homeowners and buyers definitely seek out for that valuable information that we attain as professionals. Um, to be able, like I said, it goes back to providing that value to the public and overall just everyone coming into a meeting of the minds, right?
Good stuff. So you're gonna go far, man, because to be able to provide value and to do it successful, that means you have to have a service, be willing to serve, and service orientated mindset, so that's good. So I guess the second part of that question is what will you conquer in the industry? So what do you plan to conquer in the industry? So you said you're gonna start with fix and flips. If you haven't, yeah, what are you gonna conquer in the industry?
Now, my thing, my personal, I would say, goal overall is to educate the community, and set up the community for asset building futures. There are conversations that we're not having that
Yeah,
need to be had about
right.
asset building. No, I think I wrote this down about 5 times, but it's so important to have asset building futures, and that's the number one conversation that I don't hear that's being taught in Spanish, in English, with our community and everywhere. So that's something we can definitely. That's where I'm leaning towards. That's what I hope to conquer, and
Yes.
yeah,
And we definitely have plans on that to conquer that, in the Spanish community and the Black community in a big way. We're going to impact that in a big way. Not that
most
we're
definitely,
exclusionary of anyone else, but we got to put our mask on first,
yes sir.
and make sure self-preservation. So so now when you took the class, right? You took
Yeah,
and I'm talking real estate course now.
yes,
Was there anything that was different than what you expected? And I asked this question is because I went into the class for myself. I had one idea and one thought, and then when I got in the class, I learned it was totally opposite. It was just totally something different. So, was there anything
yeah.
different from what you expected going in?
Oh yeah, definitely. More so the class experience itself. I'm
Mhm.
more of a get up, get ready, go to class type of person. But with all this pandemic, we had to switch over to online,
Right.
and we can all be honest. Being home is just a level of comfortability
Right.
that sometimes it takes away from that having to go to the class, pay attention, and you being there a little bit, not much,
Hmm.
because you're still getting the content, and it's all about how you apply yourself to focus. But being home, yeah, it's good and bad. It's good and
That
bad.
was
So,
okay. Gotcha.
definitely that's what. But we go back to adapting and progressing.
Exactly. Absolutely. Being adaptive, adaptability. And those that are able to adapt will make it in this, especially in this changing market as we're in now. This market is changing. Um, offers are. I mean, some of the prices in homes now. Home prices now are. Um, your people are getting over ask price. They're putting
Mhm.
prices on homes on the market,
Bidding wars.
and bidding wars. Yeah. So we're in a changing market right now. A lot of things are changing. So what what should those in the game of real estate be put on notice of from John Parra?
Hmm.
What should those that's currently in the business be put on notice to know what you
Uh,
plan to do in the industry? What's your plan
well,
for
I'm a very persistent person,
that?
and
That I know.
I'm a very persistent person. So if I would have to put them on notice, I would just say, be prepared to work. You know,
Nice.
be prepared to
Outwork,
work. Yeah,
outwork,
let's get to
outwork.
work, and let's come together for everyone to, reach their goal. So
Gotcha.
that's my small piece of advice to people in the game. of real estate is let's be prepared to work and let's all get along.
All right. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So, um, what do you plan to bring to the real estate industry that's changed the game, that's different? So, what do you plan to bring to the industry? What is John's secret sauce? What's John's secret sauce that he has
Oh
that he
man,
sees?
we're gonna expose the blueprint now. Everybody needs to write this down. Everybody needs to write this down because I've done the homework from my own personal studies of where things are going, and not just only our real estate market with everything that we're able to do, but overall the economy. Overall, see where things are going not only tomorrow, but maybe a year from now, 2 years from now. So my big thing, and I go back to the asset building futures. I go back to that because I plan on bringing innovative, affordable housing options to move the economy, and we go back to our goal for the people and humanity. That's one big thing. We have to think outside that box where everybody is headed. Right now, you have a lot of wholesalers, you have a lot of fix and flippers, and you have a lot of buyers and sellers. But we have to find that market that hasn't been tapped into, and be innovative about those affordable housing options and all that. That's what I plan on bringing.
Nice. Thank you for that. So do what's not being done, being innovative and do what's not being done. And asset building future, is it called? Is that
Yeah,
what it's called?
yeah. I wrote down it's we're creating, yep, asset building futures. Yep,
Asset building future, like tomorrow, right?
yep, asset
Okay.
building futures. Yep.
That's you're gonna tag that slogan. We're going I got a
we,
feeling we're gonna hear a lot more about that. And hey, Alyssa,
well,
thanks for tuning in. Alyssa was on last week, and she said, "Welcome to the team."
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Thank you
yeah,
for having me. Thank you for having me.
yeah, she's yep. Thank you. Both of y'all definitely assets to the team for sure. I'm honored to work with you for certain. So, why should a client choose you? Why should they choose John? And why should a client choose you to work with for possibly the largest purchase in that would possibly the largest purchase or transaction in their life? Why should they choose John to do that with?
This is one of those questions where you can simply answer by saying I can show you rather more than tell you, right? But
That's
uh,
all right.
more so, I go back to providing that value to the customer that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
make you want to come back. Simple
Mm-hmm.
as that. Simple as that. When you're treated good, when you're treated nicely, you become a repeat customer.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's at your local McDonald's, your Dunkin' Donuts, your 7-Eleven, if you're not treated right at one of them, you're not gonna go back to that one. You know, um, but that's what I can do. I can provide the value that'll make you come back and provide those asset building futures options that we will discuss.
Gotcha. So asset building futures, we're gonna come back to that. But I want to ask you one question of why did you get into real estate? Now you mentioned that it was a family member. You said you
Yes,
mentioned
a
her
close family friend.
close family friend.
She's actually my godmother.
Okay,
Yeah, from I think my baptism. Yeah, but she's a close family friend with my mother. But she's a friend. She's not an aunt. She's not a cousin. She's not immediately related. But I don't know. They met in the '80s and we've been together ever since.
so she dropped the seed, and then so what cultivated that? What made you say, "This is what I'm going to do"? What was it about it that made? Because and I have an incubator, and I'm an office in an incubator in a
Hmm.
school, right? In the school where we're going to do the workshop at.
Hmm.
And part of one of the initiatives that I have on the planning board for them is to get real estate information into the younger minds, sixth grade, seventh graders, at a younger age to plant the seed because not only you, and in my book, I wrote, I got into real estate as a result of my grandmother. My first property management was collecting rents for her, collecting rents for her, but that seed stuck with me. And it's
Okay.
not a coincidence that I'm into property management now. And I think that seed played a very big part in that. I would collect the rent every month. I would go see Mr. Bill, collect, he would put the money in my hand and I would take the money to her. Same thing as what we do here as property managers. The tenant pays you disperse it. That's probably the same thing. But I was 9 years old running it from upstairs downstairs. So it was the power of planting the seed, and the importance of doing it at a young age into younger people. Because how old were you when that transaction was going on? I'm sure you didn't know what was happening, but it's the
Yeah.
power of planting that seed.
Yeah, no, like I said, and not only not only her specifically, but my cousin as well. He played a big part in Plainfield, New Jersey development. He just recently passed away in May as well. But he was big into development in Plainfield. Mike Ramos,
Mm.
Mike Ramos with I believe his name is Doc, North Avenue. They had a bunch of projects going on in real estate, and he would always visit the barbershop frequently with my brother, and him being a older cousin also led us to that pathway. He always talked about real estate, and his long story short, he was the type to educate his community with showing them, and he would pick up his friends, say, hey, let's go pick up this hammer, and he would work his picks and flips. um, but that's more so like what I would be surrounded by. And then like yourself, brother Maurice, I don't know if you told them as well, but you played a role as well in us coming up with the barbershop
You might. Oh, there
Can
you
you hear
go.
me now?
Okay, you back. Yeah.
Pause. Yeah, so I was mentioning even though when we met you, I believe Willow was around 16, 17. We were young and wild, and we're actually both glad, even though you may not see it, but you actually took both of us in that day. You took Willow,
Wow.
and then you took myself in, and then you see how far Willow came in the barbershop game,
No,
and that's
definitely, man.
honestly thanks to you as well. And
Appreciate that.
then you've always planted the
Thank
seed in
God.
me, and I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did,
Man.
because we're gonna do great things for everyone.
Yeah, that's definitely, man. I'm glad, man. All praise due to Allah, man. Thank God much, man. It's an honor to be able to do that. It's just somebody did it for me, Somebody gave me a shot, gave me a chance, and I think, brother Bill. I'm gonna give him a shout out. He gave me a chance when nobody would, nobody else would. So it's just incumbent on me to do just that. When Willow came there, man. He could. He I don't. Even, did he ever cut hair before?
I remember the story when he got his interview, we can say, right, and he ran to the bathroom sink, and he opened the closet, the little doors, and said, "Where are the clippers? Where are the clippers?" He grabbed every clipper, every guard that we had in the house, and he packed it all up, and he ran out the door. And all he said was, I got a job. That's all he said.
Wow, man. That's right.
That's all he
Wow,
said. And he said, I got a
man.
job. And then next thing you know, we're at Choice Cuts.
Man,
And the story goes from there to now. What
man.
is it? 2020. We got You the Best Barbershop and Style, North Plainfield,
And it's
Edison,
laid out, man. This
California.
shop is nice. It's very laid out. It's nice. It got, all the modern amenities, Wi-Fi, very laid out.
Definitely.
You know,
I remember I mentioned to you, we got the teeth whitening, the microblading, the lashes.
wow.
It's more, yeah.
The next level, man. That's what leadership is about. You got to be creating other leaders, man. That to be able to lead someone, to hold them down, to suppress. No, you want to lead. That's just been the way I understand it. To help others to see that. That's good to see. To see the level. You got 3 shops now.
Yep, three.
And so you want to see the next level, and that's humbling, man. And you know,
And then it's not we're reciprocating what you did. You know, we're bringing in. He's not bringing in. Well, he has some barbers that already come established with their own clientele, but for the
Mhm.
most part, when he brings in someone, it's a younger kid coming in
Well,
at the age of 18, 19, no clientele, then pick up a pair of clippers since before they met Willow, and then
well,
that Willow takes them on personally. And they're doing great. They do great. They build up. They're moving on to bigger, better ventures. So it's all we go back to the wheel, and you know what you put out is what you get back,
man,
and we putting
be
good
the
out.
energy you want to see, man. Be the
We
energy you want to see.
Yeah, we
That's
definitely
good,
putting
man.
putting
That's
good out.
putting good out. It comes back. You never know who that person is that you can help. You never know the effect of
Yeah,
how helping and giving somebody a chance. How that's going
it's
to
true.
affect them and how it's going to benefit them. So I'm
Most
grateful,
definitely,
man, to be able to have done any good. Thankful to God for that, for
most
sure. Willow
definitely.
just had that energy. You persistent. Willow was persistent. He would come there every day and stand around and watch, and he would take notes, and he would be over there cutting. I would be nervous. I would come over there and just and maybe but we it was full disclosure. Everybody know he was new,
Yeah,
and then people would come in just and be like, I'm gonna try the new guy. I'm gonna give him a shot. You got me right if you mess me up. So we go over there and we get it together. Nobody left out of there with it was enough of us there to make sure
yeah.
we work get it right. If anything, but he was persistent though, and that was really what kind of made me. I saw the passion in that he had. He wasn't gonna stop until he learned, and then he became one of the best barbers in the shop. One of the
Yeah.
and then moving got his
Good,
own
good old persistence. Good old
persistence
persistence.
pays off, man.
Hmm.
So that's the goes to show you that you don't have to know, but if you're willing to work at it and work hard and outwork the next person, and willing to just outwork your day before, you don't even have to make it personal about outworking someone else.
And
Just
you
be
just
willing to
described me.
outwork
You
the
just
day before.
described me.
Yeah, beat you
you,
yesterday.
you just described
Beat
me. Yep.
what you did yesterday or 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
Most
So
definitely. No, and
so
they
how can people get a hold of you if they want to use you for your services and utilize your services? How can they get a hold of you? What phone number, email,
Yep.
contact? How can they get a hold of you?
If anyone has known me since 2008, my phone number has been the same. That's going to be 908-405-5989. Contact me anytime, and I'm going to actually do a little bit something different. FaceTime me. FaceTime me, text me, call me, any type of form of communication. My Instagram and
908.
Facebook.
Let me get your phone number. I'll put it
Nine,
in the chat.
yep, 908-405-5989.
Good number, easy number too.
And my Instagram and Facebook username is JP does RE. Instagram and Facebook. So you can always follow me, like, follow, share, look at the content that we're putting up there every day. Trying to stay consistent with that as well.
AP
Um,
does RE. That's
yep,
Instagram,
Instagram and Facebook. Yep, JP does RE. Yep,
Facebook. Both of them the same. It's the same.
yep, yep. Username. Yep, JP does
So it
RE.
will be at JP does JP, right? At JP
Yes,
does RE.
yep, JP does RE.
And what's your email address?
My email is also going to be JP does RE at atlrealty.org. So you're gonna remember that JP does
At,
RE.
at ATL Realty org. Okay, so all your contact information is there. For those that have an interest and they want to get a hold of you, they can get a hold of you by those handles. And do you have any parting words or any last words that you would like to share with those that may have a desire to reach out to you or Just any last words you'd like to share with the people in the
I'm
community and
gonna
those that
first
are
and
watching now and those that will see this because this will run again. And
most definitely.
I want to recap on asset building future. Look forward to hearing more of that, hearing and seeing that again, and seeing it work and working with you on that. We're going to build that out and blow that out the water. You know, we're going to breathe life and more life into for people, working for people and humanity. Um, and what else? So that's all I got for recap.
I'm gonna
Would you
I'm
like
gonna
to?
take this moment to personally
For some reason, you
just
got. Is it me or I'm not
hmm
hearing?
can you hear me? Mic check.
Maybe it's me.
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me fine? Can you hear me?
Speaker. Okay, there you go. I hear you now. We good.
Can you?
All
All
right.
right. Let me take this moment to everyone watching, everyone who's going to watch, to just personally shake your hand virtually. Right. Nice to
Virtual
meet you.
handshake.
And the only thing I'm gonna say is let's get back to work. Let's get back to work. Let's reach your
I
goals
love it. I love
and
it. Love it.
let's reach your goals and let's talk about those asset building futures. I'm big on
That's
that.
what's
You're
up.
gonna hear it come out my mouth 5, 10 times, but I'm gonna give you options that provide you the value that you need for the most important purchase of your life. Give me a call anytime. I'll leave with
Let's
that.
talk about those asset building futures. Thank you for that. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you again for your time. John, we look forward to bringing you back 6 months from now so that we can talk about what you're doing and give the community an update and bring some tips and information. Share some experience, strength, and hope. Share what's happening. Look forward to seeing you at the Home Buyers Workshop on Tuesday at 6 p.m. For those that's listening, you can drop us a link if you want to get the you want to get the you want to join us for that event. I'm going to put the link inside of the chat. So if
They
you have a
can
desire, huh?
they can go to my Instagram at JP does RE. That link is in my bio as well,
Beautiful.
so they can
For the
register.
Okay, did you
And
put the link in there? Great, great,
yep,
great.
link is in my
Good.
bio, so they can register. We look forward to having a great turnout, December 22nd. Save the date. Let's
Yeah,
talk
save the
about it.
date. Save the date. Save the date. We're gonna bring and we bringing the industry experts there. We're gonna have every industry expert there that's gonna have, be able to answer whatever questions you have as it relates to real estate. We're gonna do that and starting in 2021, we will be doing that monthly on a monthly basis. So we're here for you. You don't have to do it alone because you're gonna have us as an asset for your questions. That's why these meetings are done informal. They're not scripted. It's not pre-recorded and then edited. Nope, this is real because we want you to feel comfortable enough to come on and ask your real questions. So that's the purpose of why we're doing it this way. I was asked, well, why don't you just pre-record it and edit it? Nope, nope. We want, I think that people can appreciate authenticity.
Yeah,
So
yep.
so that's why we do it that way. It's
We're gonna
not
show them raw and uncut.
absolutely yes, sir. That's what it's about. And I'm gonna I have this link here. I got it right here, and I'm gonna put it right in the chat for you. Hoping and let's see, paste. Yes, there you go. So you have the link there to join us on Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another real estate conversation. Get your questions, new first time home buyers, and we also will have foreclosure prevention. So if you're facing foreclosure and or any struggling in this time, 2020 has been a rough year. You're facing. We got some questions. We have we'll have answers for those type of questions as well. Dealing with rental, and we'll have professionals there if you're looking for some service. So with that being said, no more for myself. Thank you again, John, for joining us.
Thank you
God
for
bless
having me.
you, and we'll look forward to having you back soon. All right.
You
Thanks.
will hear from me soon. Thank you for having
Yes,
me.
sir.
Stay blessed, everybody. Thank you.
Do the same. Peace. Yes, sir. So thank you all for joining us for this episode of Everything Real Estate, the new agents edition. Um, Newly, I'm excited to see what John's going to do in the industry. I know he has a whole lot to offer. He's full of energetic, and yes, he is very persistent. Definitely new, one of the newest persons to our team, and I'm excited and honored to work with him as well as Alyssa and all the rest of those that have joined us. And Cynthia, she was also part of one of our guests on the show, and we look forward to it. If you're new in the industry and you want to get yourself known, and hey, drop us a line. Put yourself on the calendar, pick a date that you have a desire. I'm going to be coming and bringing and reaching out to you and asking you to come join us and share your story and let people know, because you have something that people can use. You have something to offer. People need what you have. Yep. So if you're new to the industry, don't think that you don't know enough. Don't think that you're not ready, because you have something that someone can use and someone needs. Trust and believe that. Um, and nothing more for myself. Again, I want to thank you for those that have taken the time to listen and join us today for this edition of Everything Real Estate. I'm your host, Maurice Muhammad of Progressive Realty and the Torchlight Realty, author of Property Management 2.0. You can get your copy of the book. You can join us if you are licensed and you're interested in becoming a better property manager, or you want to take some post courses. You can reach out to us, because at a Torchlight Real Estate Academy, we don't only do pre-licensing, we teach post-licensing classes as well. So electives, they would be called in college. It could equivalent to elective classes that will enhance what you're already doing. We have a robust property management when we do everything from all the way from writing a contract all the way up to commercial sales and development. So you can join us and get information in any realm or any sphere of the real estate food chain. So thank you, and may God bless you. And we look forward to talking to you next week. And we'll see you with our special guest next week. Peace.